Okay, so welcome to Life Skills Africa's free fun financial literacy session. And happy Children's Day to everyone. Happy Children's Day to all the children all around the world, to the Nigerian child, and to children all around the world. And so today you're going to learn something interesting. I read some of the feedback from your moms and dads and school leaders. Some of you that you want to start businesses. I heard there's someone here who's about to start a business, and we are going to be learning what do we need, what should we be doing with money, who likes money, who doesn't like money, and why should we not or like money. I would also like to know, I'm learning, we're all learning. And so that Mr. Barrow can get on to other things, I would like him to take the stage. So he's the author of our fun finance book. You probably have seen this book in your school for some of you, right? Okay. For those who haven't seen it, I will tell you how to get it probably after the meeting and at your fingertips. So he's the author of this book and several other financial books. And so I'm handing over the stage to him now. Welcome, Mr. Barrow. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Buki, and thank you to our parents and our teachers and our school leaders who have gotten these amazing young children here today with us to spend some time with us on Children's Day. So happy Children's Day to all of us. And children are the future of our society. We have been saying and hearing that since we were children ourselves, but it is very true. And build our children a better future for all of us. And that's what we are trying to do here. So to all our parents and educators and to the beautiful children, I can see all of you in different groups. Welcome to this short talk this afternoon on Children's Day in Nigeria on fun finance. And I will be talking to you about a few things about financial planning, and why it is important, and what you should be paying attention to plan your finances. Okay. Buki, can you just confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
There's a little tweak required. I need to, um,
Yes.
you can, okay. Let me see, how do you do this? I need to, yep. Okay. Yes. Can you see the full screen now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Excellent. All right. So children, let's join this fun-looking kids on the screen to spend the next 30 to 35 minutes learning about financial planning. All right. So as always, I'm a teacher, so I'm like going to be like a teacher in your classroom today. We will start off talking about what we want to do. So we're going to start by talking about why financial planning. Why do we think that children of 8 years and 11 years and 12 years, why should all of you be learning about managing and learning about money? And then we will talk about what you, and I
Sorry,
will
I'll mute
explain
some mics.
what finance is about. So children, I want you to mute your microphones if your parents
Yes,
are there
done
to,
that.
yeah, your teachers. Then we'll talk about how to plan your finances and how to experience finance every day. Money is part of our world. It's part of everything that we do. And the more you become used to it and learn how to use it properly, the more successful you'll become. And then we'll share a few um, games with you at the end, an interactive game and a puzzle that you can go back home if you copy the links and you can play it and you can download it and you can have some fun with learning about finance. So as I promised, we're going to start with financial planning. What is it? Why is it important? Well, the truth about it is that people like me, I can speak for myself. I don't know about Bookie. I don't know about your parents or your teachers, but I know about myself that when I was a child, nobody taught me about financial planning.
Mhm.
Nobody talked about money. In fact, the first time I heard about financial planning was when I was about 22 years old. I had already started work. And children, I can tell you, at that point, it is very late. It's not too late, but it is very late. Remember that the whole reason why we are sending you to school is to prepare you for independent life in the future, to prepare your children so that when you grow up, you can make wise choices. And one of the most important choices you will need to make every single day in your life is how you manage money. So imagine if we wait till you are, in fact, there are some of your teachers, there are some of your parents who have really never even learned about financial planning. You know what they do? They just sort of figure it out as they go along. They wing it. That's what we adults say, and that's not good. That's very dangerous. So if you're going to make wise choices from when you get into boarding school, some of you go to boarding school, when you get into university and life, when you start work, you will need to start learning about those things now. I'm sure that all of us have big dreams. When I was a child, I used to sit down. I was telling my wife the other day that I would sit down at 5:30 a.m. in the morning on the balcony on the top of our house, and I would just look into the skies and I'll be dreaming about all the things I wanted to be. By the time I'm 45 years old, I want to live on a farm. By the time I'm 50 years old, I want to be retired. By the time I'm 55 years old, I want to be the president of Nigeria. Well, guess what? All of these big dreams require you to manage money properly. So I imagine that all of you have really big and exciting dreams that you want to achieve in your lives. And guess what? Those dreams will change as you grow older, and that's okay. But the important thing is that you need to be able to manage your life and manage money that is an important part of your life so that you will achieve your dreams. It's also important, children, today that we learn and teach you about financial planning because they say human beings, I don't know if you've heard this before, are creatures of habits. We are, when we have good habits, we do well. When we have bad habits, we do badly. Learning financial planning at your age is going to help you to develop good habits so that when you practice these good habits, by the time you are 10 years old, by the time you are 15 years old, by the time you are 17, 20, 30, 45, these good habits will follow you all through your life and you will achieve those dreams and make the wise choices. And very importantly, at the end of the day, all of us, children, adults, we are all part of a big society. For example, some of the children I see are in the United Kingdom, some of the children are in Abuja, some of the children are in Lagos, some of the children are in Port Harcourt, some of the children are everywhere across Africa and all over the world listening to this now. Guess what? We need to be responsible members of our society wherever we are, whether we're in school, whether we're in university, whether we're at work, whether we live in an estate, whether we are part of a family. Managing money well helps us to be responsible and it also helps us to be helpful to other people because in this world, there are always people that need our help and we too, as human beings, from time to time, need help from other people. The only way we can help others, we can receive help from others, and we can be responsible members of our society, children, is when we understand financial planning. Okay, so I hope this is making sense. Can anybody show me with how excited they are? So this is financial planning. Do you want to make wise choices? Yes, no. Do you want to achieve big dreams? Yes, no. Do you want to learn good habits? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to be responsible and helpful?
Yes.
Excellent. So let's jump right in and find out what you need to know. So today, it's a very small time I have with you, and I'm going to talk to you about 8 things, 8 simple things, and I'm just laying the foundation for you. But you know the good thing? Remember I told you that when I was your age, up to when I was way older than you, nobody told me these things. They may have told me a little here and there, but not in the powerful way that you are learning it now and the way we at Life Skills Africa wants to teach it to you. So the same way you learn maths, the same way you learn English, the same way you learn science, At Life Skills Africa, we believe that you need to learn life skills. And one of those life skills is managing money. So we will talk about the ethics of money, about how you earn money, how you plan your life properly to manage your money, about saving, about investing, about spending money, about protecting your money, because money, you have to protect it. If not, you will lose it. And about how to use your money to be a responsible member of society that takes care of other people. Okay, you know, in Nigeria, we are very religious people. So we've got in our room today, we've got Muslims from the names that are beautiful names that I heard. We've got Christians, and we've even got people who are traditional African worshippers in all of our religions in Nigeria, whether it is traditional African worship or Christianity or Islam. We all learn and are encouraged to take care of other people. So when you think about having money, you should remember that that is part of what money is used for. So let's start off with the ethics of money. And one of the stories from my book, my fun finance storybook that Auntie Buki told you that I wrote, is called Big Fight in the Kingdom. And that story talks about, and you should read that story. It's an amazing story. I loved writing that story. It talks about what money is, how money works, how money came to being. You know, in the old days, people didn't have money. You had people who were farmers, you had people who were hunters, and so on. And everybody was able to feed themselves. But then people started to ask, wouldn't it be nice if I can eat some of the vegetable from the farmer? And the farmer says, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if I can eat some of the goat meat from the herder? Wouldn't it be nice if I could get some of the palm oil from the person who farms palm oil? How were they going to exchange these things with each other? That was how the big fight in the kingdom happened. And then money was invented. And then money is used to exchange things. That if you want to know how much a bag of rice is, you would decide how much money it is. Money shows us the value of things. But the real value of life and as a human being is not just money. And that's why I said that I don't like money. So, Auntie Buki, this is why I was saying I don't like money. What I really like is the value, the worth. What are you doing? Because it is what you do, children, whether the work you do or the business you do, it is that that gives you money. So money doesn't fall from trees, like my daddy used to tell me many years ago. Money is the result of the work that you do, how well you do it, and how much value. Value means how important it is. The love of money, children, is the root of evil. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like money. Some people love money so much that they will do anything to get money. And that is a very evil thing. So please learn to use money. We will learn to make money, but please do not worship money. Many of the problems we have in our country today, many of the problems we have throughout the world today, everywhere, is because people are worshiping money. And you know what, children? They don't even know. Many of them, if you ask them, they'll say, no, I'm just trying to survive. No, I'm just trying to live it up. I'm just trying to have fun. But guess what? Many people are worshiping money. And our prayer and our dreams for you, when we wrote these stories and are teaching all of this, is that you will recognize that the money that you have, the money that your parents have, the money that you will have when you grow up, is a privilege that God has given to you. It is a gift. And as you receive that gift with open hands, you should recognize that you need to share that gift with other people. Everybody should get a chance to work hard, to create value, and to make money. That is the world we want. But we also know that in this world, there are some people who, for many reasons, just struggle to make money. There are people who are disabled. There are people who don't have the opportunities that you have. They didn't go to beautiful and nice schools like you went to. Some people didn't have parents to raise them because maybe their parents died when they were young and they are orphans. People have disadvantages. But you, dear children that are listening to me today, I sense that you are among those who are very privileged and who have gotten a gift. So please learn to use it wisely. There are habits that have to do with how we manage money, sometimes good and sometimes bad, And I remember this story. Sorry, the screen jumped. I remember this story from our storybook. And children, it's actually a story about me. So, Auntie Buki and to all the parents who are listening, this story, Honesty Pays, is a story about me, about something really stupid that I did, very dishonest that I did when I was a child, just because I was afraid of telling my daddy that I had misplaced my math set. I was always losing my math set. I was very careless. And because nobody taught me, about how to be careful and all of those things in school, the way we are trying to teach you now. I mean, they taught me, but children, sometimes we don't listen, sometimes, but I was really careless and I was trying to hide it. I had lost my math set and I was trying to pretend that I had not lost my math set. And that's what this story is about. Honesty pays. So I really encourage you to go and learn this story. But what does the story teach us? It teaches us that there are certain bad behaviors. Greed, when you want, you keep wanting. You keep wanting more. You keep looking at other people's things. Good money behavior is contentment. When you are satisfied with what you have, when you are grateful for what you have, when you're not looking at the other person and saying, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and you're telling your parents, oh, I wish I had a phone, I wish I had a laptop, I wish I had this. Listen, what you have is good for you. Be happy and contented with it. There is a time for everything. And like we say, God's time is the best. Another bad money behavior is corruption, stealing money. We hear about corruption in Nigeria, corruption all around the world. The reason why people are poor in most countries in Africa is because of corruption, because of greed. Instead of being corrupt and stealing money from the public, our leaders, our parents, our teachers, when you grow up, you should learn to be creative, positive creativity, so that you can do things that will help you to earn money and earn it in a good way, in a, what we call, I'm going to use a big English word, in a legitimate way. Yeah, it's very important. Can anybody try to spell legitimate? Put it on the chat if you think you can spell legitimate. Yeah, meaning in a good and honest way. Another thing that is bad about the way people treat money is that they try to cheat each other. People cheat. They say, oh, I want to sell these tomatoes, but they put a bag of tomatoes, they put a basket of tomatoes, and under the tomatoes, all the tomatoes are spoiled, but they want to sell it for the full price. That's cheating. Some people say that they are going to invest your money. They take your money from you. Ask your parents. Now, something is going on in Nigeria where people are losing their money to these scammers, 419ers, fraudsters. No, those are bad behaviors, children. Good children do what? Very good. I see many people spelling legitimate. Good children, good parents, good adults are charitable. They take care of other people. They care for other people's welfare and other people's survival rather than trying to cheat them. As you grow older, children, you are going to be tempted. You're already been tempted, like me when I was 9 years old. You're already been tempted to be greedy, to be corrupt, to cheat, to be dishonest. Please, you will not be a good member of society if you don't learn to be content, to be creative, and to be charitable. So we've talked about the ethics of money, what money is, where money came from, and why the difference between the good behaviors of money and the bad behaviors of money. And we have learned a nice big word, legitimate. It's always good to learn big words. And so those of you who didn't know how to spell it, know how to spell it and also know what it means. It means money that you earned through hard work, without cheating, without corruption, and without greed. Another important thing you need to learn very quickly is around earning. And again, amazing story that comes from that book, my fun finance storybook, the story called Jobs for Tunde and Akan. And again, like I do with all my writing, most of it comes from my own experience. I remember as a young child in secondary school, I sat down with my friends and we were arguing and debating what is the best job to have. And then guess what we did? We went into the newspapers. Then the newspaper that used to have vacancies for jobs in Nigeria was called Guardian newspaper. And I'm sure Guardian newspaper still has job vacancies. So who knows? When you are grown up, maybe when you are looking for a job, you'll be looking through Guardian newspaper. So go and look at the Guardian newspaper, especially on Tuesdays. You would see different jobs. And my friends and I in King's College, we sat down and we started looking through the jobs and ticking engineer. How many people are looking for engineers? How many people are looking for lawyers? How many people are looking for doctors? How many people are looking for economists? And how many people are looking for accountants? And we started to tally and tally and tally. And guess what we found out? I'll tell you. We found out that the highest number of job vacancies was for accountants. And I'm not very proud of what I'm about to say, because at that time I said to myself, if plenty people are looking for accountants, then maybe I should go and study accounting. Children, guess what? I was like 13 years old when I read that newspaper. I actually ended up studying accounting. So in this story, you will learn about what it takes to be an employee, to work for other people, and how to be a good worker, what it takes to work hard. Because not everybody is going to be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who owns a business. So some people will be employees, some people will be entrepreneurs. But you know what? The most important thing is whatever you do, whether you're an employee or you're an entrepreneur, is that you should love the work that you do. Everybody say love. Let me hear you say love. Everybody say love. Put on your mic, say love.
Love, love.
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 Say, no, don't say
Love.
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 Yeah, love the work that you do, children. It's very important, because when you love the work that you do, then you will put all of your heart and all of your energy into it, and you will do well in that work. You will enjoy it. Some of us are parents, and it's unfortunate, but it is true. Some of our teachers, some of our parents, unfortunately, they don't love the work that they do. So you see them complaining, oh, I wish I could do something else. Oh, I'm tired of my job. I'm stressed. Oh, all of those things mean that you don't love the work that you do. So, children, when you grow up and as you grow up, make sure that you love the work that you do. Another important part of financial planning, of financial money and finances, is planning. As children, you need to know the difference between what needs, wants, and desires are. What needs are things that are essential. We need food, clothing, and shelter. And when we think about food, clothing, and shelter, we need those are what we call the basic needs. Those needs are important. They are different from the things we want. Oh, I want ice cream. I desire to become a superstar. Yeah, but they are different from your needs. And if everybody takes care of their needs first, and if everybody has the chance to take care of their needs, we will have a much better world. I'm sure, children, when you drive around the streets, especially those in Nigeria, you will see people begging for money. Yes. Yet, some of us are wasting food, wasting resources. And we'll talk about that soon. So it's important you understand the difference between your needs, your wants, and your desires. It's also important that as you go through your life, you start to set goals and you understand the importance of goals. A goal is something that you want to achieve. So you should have goals, financial goals. Like I heard there's somebody in here who wants to be a business owner. So as you think about being a business owner, there are certain goals that you want to achieve. As you go through school, by the time you're going to university, you start having goals. You start keeping money by yourself. You know, children, when we were younger, when I was your age, we already were given money every day as pocket money. And we would take that money and we will go to school and we will buy our own snacks with our money. I know things have changed now. Many of you haven't even been to a supermarket to even buy things before. And we encourage our parents, we encourage our teachers as young as possible. Let's start to give our children some responsibility. So, children, ask your parents, Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to spend the whole day just sitting down and watching TV on a Saturday. I want to follow you shopping, not because I want to get ice cream, not because I want to get cookies, but because I want to learn about planning and managing my finances. Okay, so it's really important, and we'll talk a bit more about going out shopping very soon. Another important thing that children need to learn is about saving. Saving is a very important thing. Saving is about the fact that when you earn money, you can't spend all your money. You must keep some of that money from time to time, no matter how small. The people who are very good at saving have learned the habit of putting aside 10% of their income. So let's do some quick savings maths right now. Everybody, fastest finger first is going to get a virtual chocolate. Imagine that your monthly salary is 675,000 naira. Can everybody write that down? What is 10%? How much would you save every month if your plan is to save 10% of that money? Fastest finger first. Let's see who is going to get it on the chat. 10%. Your salary is 675,000 naira. Very good. Kanyisola Agbola. Excellent. Kanyisola got it. 67,500 naira. Excellent. Kanyisola, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look into my bag of goodies. I have some virtual chocolates here. They're not real chocolates, but they are virtual. You sound like you would like what do you call it? What's that? My favorite, one of my favorite chocolates, Reese's. Yeah, sound like you like Reese's or Cadbury chocolate. I'm going to send it to you. Get it, watch it. I'm going to throw it to you. You catch it. Have you caught it? Then you unwrap it. Then you put it in your mouth. And you say, Kanyisola, can you say and make everybody jealous? Say, let's hear it. As you enjoy the chocolate. Mm, yeah, I see you enjoying that chocolate. So if you want to enjoy all those beautiful things in this world, you need to start learning now about how to save. So in those days when we get pocket money, even out of our pocket money, we will save, we'll set something aside. This story that I wrote, Birthday Savings for Omo, which is an amazing story that I encourage you to get and learn, is about a girl who on her birthday, like me, on my 13th birthday, we had a huge birthday party. When I was 10, we should have had the birthday party, but my mommy traveled and she was away going to school for that year. So she wasn't around to organize this party. So when she came back from her travels to the United Kingdom and she made this beautiful birthday party, and guess what? People gave me gifts and some people gave me money. That was the first time that I had my own money. And a very wise person told me to save some of that money. And I went back to school with my friends and we all started saving. And at the end of the year, we had put together some nice amount of money and it helped us to have even more fun during the Christmas holidays. So, saving, very important. And that story about setting aside some of the money you have is a powerful story that you should listen to, you should learn, and you should try to apply. Another very important thing that you should learn how to do now and in the future, and it's not too early to start asking your parents about investing. Investing is about, it's a bit more than saving. Investing is like saving plus, 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 plus. Investing is about keeping your money for the future. Saving is, okay, I just want to save so that by Christmas, by Salah, I will buy something nice for myself. But investing is about growing your money for the future. It's about using your money to earn more money. We say it, we say it like this. We say it's using your money, making your money work for you. So when you are sleeping, when you are sleeping, when you have invested, your money will be working. It will be working. And it will be producing more money. And that's what you want. So people who invest are very wise. Yeah. You can invest in land. Some people buy houses. Some people invest in businesses, like the people who want to be entrepreneurs. Sometimes they invest in other people's businesses. Some people even invest in what we call precious metals. Does anybody know an example of a precious metal? I'm not going to say it. Look at those words. Precious, meaning, ooh, special. Metal, meaning it's, like iron kind of thing. So does anybody know any precious metals? Let's see on the charts. Yes, precious metals. Yes, very good. Gold, Jesse, excellent. Silver, diamond, Suleiman, excellent. You kids are really bright. These are all different precious metals. Emeralds from Amira, beautiful. I love emeralds. Yeah, reminds me of Indiana Jones, and those nice movies. And when you are investing, you should be careful because unfortunately, some people are not good people. Some people don't understand the ethics of money. They are dishonest. They are greedy. They are corrupt. And these people will want to cheat you. So when you are investing, and as you invest, as you grow older, avoid scams. They will promise you, oh, your money is going to double. Your money is going to triple in 2 days. Just give me your money now. Be careful with those people. Okay? Always get good advice when you are investing. I spoke about spending the other time, and I said, children, it's important. Learn how to go to the supermarket. Learn how to go to the groceries. Learn how to go to the market in Wuse, in Mile 12, in Lagos, and wherever else you are shopping, right? Learn how to do it. And it's important when you spend to live beneath your means. You know what this means? If I have 675,000 naira, it is not for me to spend everything. I should say, first, I have to save, then I have to invest. And it's not everything I see, buy everywhere. You just see, oh, mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. You have to learn not to just buy everything you see. You can't. You have to manage your money well. One of the things I learned how to do when I was growing up, when my parents would send me out shopping, is to write a shopping list. So here's what I would like you all to do this weekend, any weekend you have time. Tell your parents, mommy, daddy, I attended this amazing workshop. I want to learn how to spend money well. So I want to follow you to the grocery this weekend. I want to follow you to the supermarket this weekend. I want to follow you to the markets this weekend. And I want to see a shopping list. Then I want to see how you look at different things and how you compare prices. Okay? So that I will learn about how to spend money wisely. You see, parents and teachers who are listening, these are important skills that you need to start developing in our children. When I was 5 years old, 6 years old, my parents were already sending me to the kiosk down the road to go and buy Omo and to go and buy detergent and to go and buy Maggi. But I know that today, many of our children are not exposed in that way. And it is important that you get that exposure. Okay? So, children, if you haven't started going to the supermarket, not because you want to buy chocolates, not because you want to get fancy things, no, so that you will learn. So, don't say, Daddy, Mommy, let's go to the supermarket so I can choose my own biscuits. No. Daddy, Mommy, let's go to the supermarket so that I can learn about money. A very important part of learning about money is protecting your money. Protecting your money means that you must be healthy. You must eat well. You must exercise. You must obey God. We agreed that we are all here, Muslims, Christians, traditional African worshippers. We worship God or some form of divinity. Be obedient to your God because it's important. Also be law abiding. Don't do criminal things. Don't break the law. Because when you break the law, you could end up in prison. When you cheat in exams, people are cheating to pass exams in Nigeria. Very sad. Those are bad behaviors. Listen to good advice. Listen to good advice from wise people. Read the right books. Read Fun Finance Storybook and the other books that Auntie Buki and her team from Life Skills Africa will introduce you to. Take something that we call insurance. It's a bit too advanced for you right now at your age, but you can learn about insurance. In fact, we've got an amazing story about how a school was robbed many years, some years ago in that storybook. And it's a real life story of a school being robbed and how that school was able to get all of their computers back because of insurance. So insurance is very important. Learn about it, read that story, Robbery at the School. That's the name of the story that I wrote. And of course, learn to plan for your old age. Again, maybe you are still young right now. You don't have to worry about that. But it's important you understand it because when you start work, when you are in your 20s, you will work till you're about 60 or 70 years old. Guess what? After 70 years old, most people don't work. So what will you be doing? How will you be making money? That's what we call planning for your old age. Finally, children, the last thing I'd like to share with you about managing money and financial planning is supporting other people. Remember, the money you have as a child, the money your parents have, is a gift from God. It's a privilege. Some people don't have it. Don't boast about it. Go around saying, my mommy is richer than your mommy. My daddy's car is bigger than your daddy's car. No, be contented with what you have. Do not be wasteful. Sometimes children, you leave the air conditioner on in your room, you leave all the lights on everywhere. You're wasting resources. If we all manage these resources better, we'll have a better society. Think about people who are not privileged, and let's start thinking about how to support them. One of the stories in the Fund Finance Storybook is called The Joy of Giving. You see, when you give other people who are less privileged, as Halima and Omo and um, the other group of children in the storybook learns, when you give to other children, you see how happy they are. You see people who don't have, because you gave them, they become so happy. That is a real blessing, helping other people. Giving to charitable causes through our churches, through our mosques, and our social groups. And of course, helping other people to achieve their goals. Children, this is what fund finance is all about. It's about all of these things, the ethics of money, making sure that you use money properly. It's about, earning money and understanding how to earn. It's about planning. It's about saving. It's about investing. It's about spending wisely. It's about learning how to protect your money and using your money to take care of other people. There are a number of, what do you call it? There are a number of links that are here. I just want to share them very quickly. I'm going to put them on the chat. Yeah. Let me stop sharing my screen. Yeah. And we can go to the chats. Yeah. And I'm going to place those links there, and they're very exciting things. Two of them are a couple of games. One is a game that you can play. Yeah. And yeah. Think you can click. Oh no, I didn't think I saved them properly. No, I saved them like a picture. Sorry, I'm going to do better. And while I'm doing that, yes, we can have questions and answers. So that's what we have time for. So please feel free for a question. I see Amira has a question. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Barrow. I think first of all, let's all give him a round of applause. I mean, we can do that now. We've learned a lot. Let's clap. Let's amazing. That was an amazing session. We've learned so much. There are two questions here before Amira unmutes to ask her question. I say, what's the
Mm.
first thing to do to start a business from Suleiman? So Suleiman, yes, please go ahead.
Suleiman, that's an amazing question. The first thing to start to do with a business, and many people misunderstand this, is that you need to identify what you are passionate about. What do you love? What is that problem in the world that you want to solve? What have you seen that people are struggling with? What are you seeing that people are not doing well? So you have to have a great idea, and you have to think about that idea and how that idea is going to make a difference in people's lives. The purpose of setting up a business is not to make money. The purpose of setting up a business is to add value to people. And when you add value to people, they will remember money is what people exchange for value. So once people believe that something is valuable, what will they do? They will give you money. They'll give you
Yeah.
money, you'll be tired.
Mhm.
Your bank account will be full and overflowing. So don't chase money, chase value, right? And try to add value, find out what it is. And there are people we call, Suleiman, let me tell you this, we call them serial entrepreneurs. Serial means they do it, there's something in the movies they call serial killer. Sorry, it's not that one I'm talking about. That people, not serial killer,
No.
but entrepreneur. People who are always coming up with new business ideas. The reason is because they are always finding something that people need. Aliko Dangote is a serial entrepreneur. Richard Branson in the UK is a serial entrepreneur. Even me, Bishe Barrow, I'm trying to be a serial entrepreneur. After all, I'm trying to do different things that I see people need. But all of these things are things I love, that I am passionate about. So start from your passion and you can't go wrong. Thank you, Suleiman.
Thank you
Next
so
question.
much. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Barrow.
Thank you.
Yes, Amira. Yes, you're welcome. Amira, please unmute and go ahead.
So investment is better when you start young, but then my parents actually say I want to invest because I like money and I'm too young to like money at my age. And I don't really believe in it, but it seems like my vision is different from theirs.
Hmm. Well, listen, take the wise counsel of your parents. How old are you, Amira?
I'm 14.
Yeah, so take this wise counsel. There's a time for everything. One of the things that parents can start to do and you can start to understand is to start to invest on your behalf, which I imagine they may already be doing. So there's a time for everything. Legally, for example, people are not allowed to invest by themselves until they are 18 years old. Legally. So the law does not even recognize a child investing. So if a child wants to invest, the parents will invest on their behalf. So one of the things that the law allows us to invest on behalf of our children, which I have done for my children when they were less than 18, is called a mutual fund. And you can invest in a mutual fund, and your parents can sit with you and show you, oh, Amira, this is how mutual funds work, and so on and so forth. And then that starts to teach you about it so that when you reach the age of consent, and when you are 18 or 19 or 20 years old, and you have your own money, then they're giving you pocket money, then you can cut out of your pocket money as you're in university and say, out of my pocket money, I will use 5,000 naira to invest in mutual funds or in other types of investments. I think there's a time for everything. So listen to your parents and follow their guidance. Yeah. And that's why God gave you those wonderful parents that you have. Thank you so much.
Thank
Uh,
Thank you so much, Mr. Barrow. Sorry, I know you're almost out of time. We have about, okay, there's a hand raised and one more question and we'll wrap up the
let's take the
Q&A.
hand. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, the hand first. Okay, go ahead. Raised hand. I
That
see.
was
Yeah. Yes.
When
that's
do
not.
you start a business?
When do you start? Well, whenever you are inspired to. When will you like to start? Let me hear from you. Do you want to start today? Some children have really good businesses. Some children start businesses making little things that they can sell to their friends, making little things that they can sell to their teachers and to their neighbors, and so on and so forth. So you can really start at any time. But whatever you do, make sure that you and someone is asking, what kind of business should you start? Start a business that you love. What are you
Mhm.
interested in? Remember, what do you see other people struggling with? You know, Ha- what need do you see other people around you? Is there something other children need that you don't have? You can make it and give to them. Do you like it? Is it something you are passionate about? There's so many things that you can do, but the important thing is whatever business you want to start as a child, please discuss it with your parents. Talk to your parents about it. Ask for the support of your parents. Get guidance from your parents. Your parents are very wise. That is why God gave you the amazing parents that you have, right? Tell them that you are interested
Yeah.
in entrepreneurship. Tell them that you attended this workshop and you're excited about it, and let them guide you. Okay. And of course, read our storybook and you will get some more ideas.
Thank you.
Read our letters. Auntie Buki sends out beautiful newsletters every Friday to your parents. Ask them for it and let them read. You'll get plenty of ideas. Okay. Excellent.
Thank you
Thank
Um,
so
you.
much. Thank you. Yes, we
there's
have a
one
lot
more
of
question.
other questions. Yes, okay. That's okay. As a child,
How
what
do
kind
we
of
get
business?
money
Yes, you've
to
done.
buy
Yeah.
things to sell? Well, you get
Yes,
money
we
to
almost
buy things
omitted.
to sell. That is what we call capital. The
Mm-hmm.
capital you need for your business. So when you want to start a business, you need capital, right? Where does capital come from? Sometimes capital comes from your savings. That's why it's important to save. That's why it's important to invest. Capital comes from other people. Sometimes when you start a business, you have your own savings, you have your own investments, then you talk to other people. They are called investors. Your daddy and your mommy can be your investors, your uncles and your aunties. So you can, I used to be an investment banker. So you put together a little document, you write it down, your proposal, then you take it to your daddy and mommy and say, this is my business plan. And I need you to invest in my business plan. So maybe one of these days, Auntie Buki will organize a webinar to teach children how to write a business plan for their little yogurt business or their little, what they call it, Zobo business that Auntie Buki likes to talk about. So you can come up with a business plan and then you can ask people. The other day, I met a young boy. He came up to me. We were doing a workshop last Saturday and he said, oh, Mr. Barrow, thank you for your workshop. I want to learn. I have an app. I'm 15 years old. I built an app and I want
Nice.
in my app. I said, very good. Let's see. Send me a WhatsApp message with your app. So, and I might invest in his app, okay? So that his app can, get out there and make more money. All right. So, children, thanks so much for your questions. I know that there are so many questions, that I have left unanswered, but, remember, time is money, and we have unfortunately run out of time. Yeah. But
Thank you
Antipu,
so much.
and try to
No
give
excuse
you
me,
all.
problem.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, yes, please.
Uh, well, I don't really want to like show my profile now. I'm quite in like Nigeria right now, but even though you said that you're running out of time, but maybe the next time we can try.
Okay, what do you want? You are here. You've got my attention. What do you want from me? Ask me the question.
Well,
Daniel.
at our age, well, how can we make our own money?
That's what we've been talking about now. You make your money from finding out what you think other people want. What do you think your friends, your neighbors, what do they need that you can
Well,
produce or
sometimes,
you
even
can
though
give
I'm an
them?
engineer, well, sometimes
Are
I
you an
really wanted
engineer?
to like sell my things. Sometimes I used to sell like steam locomotives that I used to like since I was small. Then my cousin used to
Fantastic.
sometimes like it, but she wants to destroy it.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
so
so
you know
much,
what, Daniel?
Daniel.
What you should do, sit down with your daddy and your mommy, take everything you've learned from today and ask them, Daddy or Mommy, what business do you think I will be good at? And I'm sure that the wonderful parents that God has blessed you with will guide you. Okay? Thank you.
Okay.
And you got a beautiful name, Daniel, and you can pray to God with that your beautiful name, Daniel. Daniel used to see plenty of dreams and was a very powerful person. So I'm sure the Holy Spirit will guide you. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
you're
so
very
much,
welcome.
Mr. Barrow. Thank you so much, everybody. I know we've run out of time and I wouldn't be,
Yeah.
we're going to wrap it up in about 5 minutes. So I see a lot of questions about where are the storybooks. So the storybooks can be got both physically and you can also get it luckily, you can also get it online now. So we have a lot of fun finance books. So we have this fun finance storybook. For those who want the hard copy, if you're in Nigeria, you can have it shipped to wherever you are. Just tell mommy the email, how she got the link. She should just send us a message. We have them for you, for your school libraries. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, you want to think about it, there are books like this, The Entrepreneurial Mind. Then we have the money facts, the things that you can know. This is another book for those who want the hard copies. Then, of course, we have a very lovely board game which you can play. 4 to 6
Oh
of
yes,
you.
I'm a very scientific boy. Oh.
Oh,
I like using my head.
that's lovely. This is going to really help you to think. Then, better still, for those of you who cannot get the hard copy, you can actually we have a new learning platform where you can actually have everything. Let me share it with you. Let me share my page with you where you can see our Life Skills Africa. It's an amazing, so if you are online, let me first share the link with you. You can tell your mommies, okay, we have workshops in several schools. So wherever you are, wherever you want it, you can let us know. We can do it for you virtually, or we can have it physically if you're in Abuja, africa.com. So for those of you who want to go to our website, you can go to our website right now. I have shared it with you, and you will get to see all our resources, all those stories that Mr. Barrow spoke about. You will see them.
Sorry, I wanted to like write the website.
Okay,
So
so
me, I can
Daniel,
tell my mom. So I can tell my father.
yes, you can just show him. You could actually, I think everybody, we can actually look at the website. You can actually get all the resources and just subscribe for a year. You can take it to your school and you can, so let me show you what the website looks like, right? I'm going to share it now so you can go through it. Just give me a minute. I have it opened. Just let's go down to where it is. Oh, I think I accidentally closed it again. Okay, yeah. So I am. You're going to let me know when you can see my screen. So can you see my screen now?
It's quite loading now. Yes.
Okay, so yes, this is a learning platform where you can have all the resources both on your tablets, on your webpage, and you
Computer.
yes, you can have it for a year. You can see all the stories of different areas, and it's 10,000 for the whole year, and you get all the other resources free. So you get all the stories, you get things that can help you start your business, all the things that Mr. Barrow spoke about. You can see money facts for the scientific mind, for those who want to start a business and you want to know how to make do something like, how do I know which business to start? I mean, a lot of you are good writers, a lot of you are good, you're good with craft. You could make
Yes,
craft work.
true.
Yes, exactly. So you could do all that. Then other things in life skills area, look at Fadil's journey. This Children's Day, we are talking about stand up, speak up, right? So you can learn how to stand up to bullies in your school, to those who are not. So we have other life skills areas that you can explore. I'm pretty sure this is one website that when you're on it, your parents will be very happy because they are learning a lot of life skills. Then look at other stories you can get on the website, and you can get all these stories, all and much more. And some of them are even audio. You could just listen to them and you get things in leadership, financial literacy, and there are audio books, there are games also on it. So I would like
Wow.
you, yes, it's an amazing learning platform. And I think it's something that when you do it, you're going to be grateful that in future, oh, wow, I'm grateful to have learned this. I wish I learned it when I was your age, really. And I'm
Yes.
glad I'm
Yes.
learning it now. So thank you,
Mhm.
everyone. It's been amazing. I see the beautiful people. I see a lot of beautiful faces. Would you like us to take a picture, a Children's Day picture, so you can actually let me see everybody's faces? I'm going to take a screenshot
Okay,
right
I'm
now.
trying to do my own. Oh.
Yes, would like to see your face too. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Barry. Yes, so we're going to take a
Yours.
picture. Oh, Daniel, good to see you. Good to see you. So I am taking a picture right now of all of us. So everybody, let's all together say Happy Children's Day. Let's unmute and say Happy Children's Day.
Happy
Happy
children.
Children's
Happy
Day.
Children's
Happy
Children's
Children's
Day.
Day.
Thank you so much. And it's been an amazing session. And thank you, Mr. Barrow. Thank you, all of you, for joining. So don't forget to go back and tell your daddies and mommies to go to. Thank you. You can go back to lifeskillsafrica.com. Very straightforward, and you can get all those resources, right? Thank you so much. Do we have any other comments, questions?
MFON.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you.
BRCS.
Okay. Hello.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And bye. I'll stop recording now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Adios.
Bye
Bye.
bye.